What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be looking at the best midfielders across every single price in FIFA 23. So we're going to start off with the 0 to 100,000 coins, and most definitely there is a lot that predominantly start at about 35,000 coins all the way up to the 100 mark. We have got the players that are as well in the centre mid. They may, for instance, be like Llorente. I don't personally think he's as good as a right mid or a right back compared to that centre mid role. And yes, some of the lower ones won't compare to the big ones, obviously, hence the price difference. But Llorente most definitely at a 4'4", 6 foot. His gold card was always very good because of the balance between every single stat, making him an absolutely perfect box to box, and now is only 53,000 coins. Shapeshifter brought along quite a lot of decent players as well, from goalkeepers to being outfield, from strikers being centre mids, centre backs being strikers, wingers just going anywhere. Bailly is always going to be a great one there, coming from that centre back role, already having that defensive ability, then adding the passing, the dribbling, the pace onto him with a 5-star weak foot as well. He was always going to be one that definitely would have been cheaper, but most definitely would be a good CDM slash centre mid. I would go more CDM for him, whereas someone like Adeyemi, I wasn't his biggest fan. I thought he was a good card, but definitely not in that top category, even at the price that he is. I knew that, again, he would be one of the cheaper ones coming from the mini release during Shapeshifters 2, I want to say it was. We had 3 weeks, but I just never really found him to be as meta compared to a lot of the centre mids we have been getting. Verratti, another great shout for more of a dribbling passer, somebody to open the play up. The one thing he does have, because I do like Verratti in the sense of the Xavi Pirlo sort of role, but he does have that bit of defensive ability and more physicality than them both as well. So he kind of has that little bit of a double threat with the 99 dribbling as well as 96 passing, and then having the 4-star, 5-star. 89,000, one of the higher rated ones from the low category. Fofana, 39,000 coins for a great DM. Again, not necessarily the quickest on the ball, does have a little bit of stiffness about him, but his actual physical presence is incredible. I loved his outer position right at the start of the game when it was a centre-back that could be put into a CDM. I felt like he played that CDM really well, and obviously he's managed to go up tenfold into a 92 rated card. Tonali, Bruno G, some again good centre mids, kind of more defensive mids slash centre mids as well. We've got Tonali on a 4-4 and Bruno G on a 3-3, which I think is a little bit underwhelming, which is why I kind of would prefer more on Tonali's side. And I do think Serie A have definitely had a lovely increase from their shapeshifters, team of the season, even a couple of footies. For instance, the Ferrari centre-back, we've got a beautiful link even if he doesn't need him. Simon's more of a super sub, if anything now. I don't really see him too much, but he does have that nice cam play. Could go onto the wing as well if you really wanted to, but if you are playing maybe a 4-2-3-1, something with a cam, a 4-3-3-4 variation, then that cam role is absolutely spot on for him. But again, we're going to have a lot of players, for instance, like Shaqiri, the 5-5, he's going to be better, quicker, just overall better statted than him completely, and he's coming in pretty much a little bit cheaper from an SBC as well. So unfortunately, we are going to start to see a lot of the team of the seasons, especially the low-end team of the seasons, really disappear over the footies that we've got. For instance, Gedson Fernandez and Shaqiri both on that premium footies, which, like the Shapeshifter premium, we don't have to have any links with them. They get the full max links for them. They've got the 5-5 and a 4-5, which is always nice. A kind of more centre mid from the 93k, 94, and obviously Shaqiri being an SBC from yesterday, which in hopes we do get a transferred 99 Messi at some point, which would be a great link if Messi obviously isn't a premium footies as well, or if he's not a premium moments or something, as more than likely he will be. But if he's got the Argentinian links, you don't necessarily need all MLS, but it's a nice shout if you wanted someone like Shaqiri. Kind of favourite players from this, Shaqiri's number one for the SBC sort of vote, and I'd probably go more on the side of Llorente as a box-to-box and Bailly as that CDM. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. We then have the next category of 100 to about 250,000 coins. We start off nice with Enzo Fernandez. Unfortunately, being now that the level up your game 1 has disappeared and level up 2 is going, I think, tomorrow, we're not unfortunately going to be able to get the upgrade unless that gets us a re-release. I kind of wish that they just kept in milestones forever. I don't know why they had an expiration date when you can still buy the cards. Unfortunately, we can't upgrade him anymore, so he loses a little bit of value in my opinion, same as a lot of the level ups, unless it's someone like a KDB 98 or 98 because he can't get his 99. I think that card can still withstand obviously they're kind of losing that one upgrade, whereas someone like Enzo, that 94 for 156,000 was obviously more expensive. Once that objective was out, everybody will drop once their objective's gone because naturally there's no chance of getting an upgrade. So I feel like if they do bring it back, that card has massive value again. Modric, standard centre mid, to be honest. I feel like for me, he's always been a good CM, but this year I don't really find him in any place really. He's kind of like that Verratti, but with a little bit better stats. Doesn't necessarily have the kind of same physicality, but he does have that 99 passing, which again is going to be absolutely outstanding. But there is a team of the year as well. If you wanted to go get that from level 10, I want to say it was, you can go get the 96. I personally would choose the fodder because Modric more than likely is going to be re-released in the near future. All of the team of the seasons pretty much will be in packs again at one point. Valverde, cracking centre mid. I felt like he was one that everybody was waiting for, and I'm kind of hoping he gets another upgrade, because if we can see a footage Valverde near towards the end at like 96, 97 with the stats that he already has, maybe even gives him a cheeky 5-5, that would be an outstanding Real Madrid card. Kimmich does go well with Goretzka, and also obviously in that Bundesliga / German team, he's one of the better CDMs that you can get, especially if you're looking at Musiala, Goretzka, Kimmich as a trio midfield. That midfield's already really nice, and obviously Kimmich does come in technically more than 100. He was 103 when this came out, but he has just dipped into that 100 and under. Barella and Rabiot, two again very, very good Serie A midfields. This is why I do like the chances of obviously Tonali as the cheaper one. You could throw in a Rabiot. You've got Benacer as 185k as a 4-star, 5-star. You've got a good amount of upgrades between the Italian league upgrades. And to be honest, I kind of expected it. Once them being the last team of the season, we knew they needed an extra boost to really get them up there, and I think they did really well for the team of the seasons, and like I said, carried it forward through the other promos. Keane and Petit, I would say, are kind of now just there as kind of filling the gaps, really. Petit, I prefer the centre-back version, if I'm being brutally honest. I think the 4-star weak foot needed to be a thing. A 3-star in a cam role that is vital going forward, I just don't think that's good enough. Keane as a CDM is definitely still going to work. He is an SBC player, so you can get him done for literally nothing if you use an untradeable. So he is there just on the fact that you have got a good CDM for very little value if you chose to do his SBC at some point. This is where now we get a little bit more on the spending side. We're looking at 250 to 500,000 coins. Starting off with two of the SBCs that you can get. Zola, great cam, 5-star, 4-star, lovely upgrade alongside his prime, and I definitely think they did really well for the pricing of this one. As a 95 cam, I think they've done well. They've definitely done well on obviously all of the stats and definitely the position changes on a lot of them. Zola not necessarily moving too much, but I do think that is a nice one to get done as a progression icon. And I think when it comes to the SBCs of icons that don't have a transfer card, so for instance with Van Persie, if he came out as an SBC, we've still got him available in packs at some point, whereas the likes of Zola and Zambrotta, you're not going to be able to do them once they're gone. So I would personally try and get them ones done more so than anybody, and a bit of the footies as well. You're never going to complain too much there. Zambrotta on the other hand is outstanding in his position. 400,000 coins is absolutely elite pricing. Never going to complain at that because the box to box mentality of Zambrotta is is outstanding. He is always a good right back in the game, very standard, very high quality, and you know what you're getting from him. But then put him into the centre mid. If we got the 5-5, it would have been just incredible, but I will absolutely take that 5-star weak foot at a very, very minimum. Even if you link him with Socrates, he is coming close to that 500,000, but both of them play such an incredible game. They've both got the incredible defending and physical upgrade. The dribbling's nice on both of them. The passing's there, the pace is there, and obviously you've got a bit of shooting as well. I think both of them really complement each other, especially when Socrates is 6'4", and you've got Zambrotta at 5'11". Even then, you've got the heading in Socrates and the kind of ball play, the agility balance on Zambrotta. I think both of them are incredible together. I wasn't that much fan of a Depay, if I'm being brutally honest. I thought he was very standard, nothing too crazy. He is kind of more of that left mid, left wing role as well. Maybe even a cam, but I think that is just trying to really push him back into that striking role. You can go with a Hunter and pretty much max out your pace and get pretty much 95 on that shooting as well. So there's no real change for him to put him in a bog standard centre mid, but he is one card that came out in Shapeshifter, so I had to include him in this. Pedri, great 5-star, definitely on that kind of lookout for a centre mid. I think in terms of stats, it's only the defending and shooting that I'm a little bit disappointed with. I felt like that could have been raised a little bit more, especially with him being 95 rated. I just think they've kind of copped out and not really upgraded him, even more so than what he should be. Bernardo Silva, another great cam if you wanted to. Very good on that dribbling, as we know with a lot of these cam players. 4-4, which is good enough still. Left-footed as well, so he gives you that option. And he's a little bit cheaper than some of the cams that you can get. But like we saw before, there is always a cheaper option. We then have Figo and Van Persie. Both of them have two different versions. Figo's is the striker and Van Persie's is obviously that right wing, which for me, Van Persie's right wing is going to always be better. It's got better composure. Down the wing, he's incredible. He's got that left foot to cut in. He's still very good in the cam, but I would say the right wing is always going to be the higher demanded card there. Whereas I think Figo, his centre mid, looks incredible. 4-5, great stats throughout. You can go and get something on the shooting if you wanted more of a box-to-box / an attacking mid, or you can go for something like an anchor to keep him in that defensive centre mid sort of role. But I think, again, very, very nice ones. And then we head over to the 250 to 500 or 500 to a mil. Now this is where we start to get a little bit expensive. 500 to a million coins. There is a couple obviously with Vieira at 1.6, Matthias at 1.2. They are SBC prices, I believe. Matthias, is he an SBC? I want to say he is, but it's not coming up with there. I thought he was, but in terms of that price, he was literally a million coins less than 15 minutes ago, so either he's gone up in price massively, so which he means he should be on the other one, but in terms of the players and the calibers we've got here, they are monstrous. Renato Sanchez unfortunately can't be upgraded, being level 1. Goretzka has got a day left if you wanted to, but it will take you 25 matches as well, so whether you've got that time to get him done tonight, it is always a possibility, but he is most definitely one that is deserving in that big boy centre mid spot. Tchouaméni being the other level up, which again is going out of kind of objectives today or tomorrow, in fact, on the Friday. Another great one. Personal hand experience from him. Wish he had that 4-star weak, 4-star skill move, but in terms of the kind of card he is, he's a bully boy. He's very tall at 6'2", big old physicality, great pace pushing the ball up. He isn't necessarily my favourite centre mid, I must admit, when you're looking at the Milinkovic-Savic. Incredible centre mid if you've got him done. He obviously is lengthy, which does what Czech does as well, but I would like somebody like a KDB next to him rather than going a Milinkovic-Savic and a Tchouaméni. I think both of them being really tall and not necessarily having that really quick dribbling and passing off, I kind of like having that option as well, hence why I normally have Zidane next to somebody, because he's got that 5-star magic, as well as then being very quick on and off the ball. He is a little bit taller than KDB, which is to be expected, but he still offers that kind of role as well. Musiala, great cam. I was really hoping that he would get a big upgrade. When we saw that he was going to be in team of the season, there was only one way for him to go, but I really didn't think 97 was going to be the rating, because we definitely saw a lot lower ratings for a lot kind of more starred players as well. The Prem, for instance, I know they kind of showed you what they were going to do with it. They didn't really massively upgrade them, because I knew people were always going to do anything to get Prem team of the seasons, especially at that point, whereas now we've got the ability to upgrade the Prems into footies versions. With Lloris and obviously Martial, I'm feeling very much Depay vibes. They are very good in their own right, 980 and 940 in terms of pricing. And yes, they do have a very nice rounded stats. But I do think in terms of left mid, right wing, kind of cam role, that is personally the position I would prefer with them. Lloris coming in, 6'2" as well. Martial at 6 foot. Again, I just think in terms of centre mids, there is better options for the price that you've got. But who knows, if you pack them, then yes, untradeable wise, that's great. But going out and spending 1 million coins on them, I'd definitely look at somebody a lot cheaper. The one that I really didn't think was this price still is 610,000 coins for Yaya Toure. The amount of shapeshift, amount of hero picks, hero packs, hero and icon packs, whatever we've had of combinations, he is still going in over 500,000 coins, which is incredible because he definitely is due an upgrade from a 90. Whether we see a footies hero, I feel like it's bound to be from the Prem kind of week of footies. We've seen the Serie A at the moment. If we do get a Prem hero, I know we've kind of got Cahill, but Yaya Toure has to be on that list because a 95, 96 Yaya would be outstanding. And then finally in this kind of section, Felix is a great 5-star. He always manages to do it. He gets a really high rated, a 5-5. He's perfect in the cam. He's perfect on the wing. He's a beautiful card if you've ever used him. And then we have the absolute monsters in the game. These are 1 million coins and above, all the way ranging to, I think, we've got Virgil at 6 point something million. Absolutely astonishing value. We have Beckham in here, 2 million coins from an SBC, or obviously you can go buy him on the market as well. I still think he's a cracking centre mid if you've managed to get him because he just absolutely works that midfield very, very easily. The best Beckham card we've got, but most definitely a great centre mid if you wanted to use him there. He's a 4-star as well. We then have De Jong at 1.4. Beautiful CDM/CM. I like him as a box-to-box personally. I would always go with something like a Hunter or attacking on him to really round off all of them stats. Even if you don't necessarily want to shoot with him, it's always nice to have that bonus. And like the top chemistry suggests, you can go with that anchor as well. More pace, more defending, and more physical. But again, another cracking kind of shapeshifter. Going with his teammate, 4 million coins for a 5-5 Dembele. The agility on this guy is absolutely insane. Personally, wing is definitely the place for him. He is rapid, he's got the shooting, the passing, maxed out dribbling, even a little bit of physicality from him. Being 5'10", with not necessarily known for being kind of strength orientated, he's had a great shapeshifters and is definitely worth the price if you've managed to get him untradeable. Whether you'd spend 4 million right now, I'd personally wait and try and do the 93 shapeshifters pick or something along them lines. Hullet, we know is Hullet, 2.7 still. The amount of icon picks, packs, Brazilian, Dutch and French icon packs we've had, and yet he's still just coming in shy of 3 million. It just shows the worth of him. 94 rated, absolutely stunning. Hullet is just Hullet. Everybody knows him by now. End of era Conte, still around for a little bit yet. I think we've got 6 or 5 weeks left still. 1.1 million. An end of era, literally as it sounds. Conte is iconic, if that is the only word to describe him, because he has been in so many FIFAs from gold all the way to his team of the years, team of the seasons. Conte has been that CDM that everybody wanted. Always 300,000 coins right out the gate. This year it's definitely a little bit less. I feel like he's kind of took his time to get up there from the FUT birthdays all the way to the end of era. This card is outstanding as a CDM. We then have the bottom row. We've got another Dembele again. It was that good. We got him twice. Bellingham at 1.4. Outstanding centre mid. The best centre mid I've used in terms of a non-icon player. To be honest, even centre mid wise with icons, I'd probably say he is number 1 in my list. I love KDB. I think the card is absolutely sensational. But Bellingham is extraordinary on the game. His pace going forwards, brilliant. The defensive element of him is really good, as well as him having the shots on target, the dribbling, the passing. He is just one step away, which is a 5-star skill move as well, from being the best centre mid in the game, in my opinion. Again, some people might prefer the Hullets in centre mid. You might prefer a De Jong, a Conte. In terms of centre mid, especially if we took icons out, I think he is the best centre mid you can physically get. KDB, on the other hand, is still very good, but I personally like him more on the attacking side. I think his passing is just next level. It is 99 as we kind of expected, and he is coming in I think at about 1.4, 1.5 due to the fact that he can't be upgraded to that 99 now unless again we get that objective at some point in the future. Then Virgil van Dijk as a 6.3 million CDM, 98 rated. If you've already got your centre back sorted and Virgil isn't in that team of the year, this is the card to get, as literally he adds a whole nother meaning to a centre back in CDM because he is an absolute brute. He has the pace now, the defending's nearly maxed out, the physical is nearly maxed out, but then he also has a 4-star, 5-star mixed with great passing and great dribbling. He is a sensational card if you can get him at some point. Again, I would recommend Shapeshifter picks rather than spending 6.3 million, as more than likely he will be re-released into the game and you'll see that price drop that little bit more as we get to the end of FIFA 23. And that's going to be all my centre mids, cams and also CDMs in FIFA. Let me know your 2 or 3 centre mids in the game and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace. Check the video on screen.